cicadas chirping. And yeah. It's too hot! Yeah, you probably saw this coming if you noticed the weather and knows anything about Korona's personality.
The asphalt seems like it's about to melt the bottoms off my sandals, the sun blazing down glaringly. This isn't sunlight anymore, it's death rays from outer space. Maybe I should have worn a hat, but it would bend my ribbon, so not. Okay? What happened to me eating ice cream in an air-conditioned room until just now? Was that a dream? Hot, 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 hot. Oh, hey, it's hot because I think it's hot. Think cold, and it's not hot. It's the Alps here, right, the Alps. Clara stood up, Clara stood up. Heidi also stood, Heidi also.
Pipe down! Yeah, the thing Korona was saying, I think, is a reference to something called Heidi Girl of the Alps that's been popularized in Japan as Arupsu no Shoujo Haiji. I don't know anything else about it really, but Heidi and Clara are both characters in that, and it's the Alps, so probably reference to that. No shouting in your head!
Osiris, save me! It's hot. Real hot. I'm gonna die of the heat.
Don't act so spoiled. It's not as though this is the Arctic. It's a waste of magic energy to use it to regulate your body temperature. A warrior must strengthen mind and body alike. Use this heat to own your spirit a little.
Oh, come on. Easy for you to say.
Don't worry. One capable of forming a pact with me isn't about to die of the mere heat of the sun's rays. I am that sort of thing, after all.
Yeah, meanie.
I have an existence that only those who are chosen are permitted to hold.
Or whatever the demon sword says as he tries to train me up into a hero. In times like this, he gets harsh and won't help me, in the name of training. Plus, the sun releasing scorching heat rays deprives me of the option of continuing with talking him into it on the spot. Nothing I can do about it. Let's head for... I'll think that over while I'm walking. It's hot here too. The heart of town, Kasugano Station. I don't have any real business here, but I guess the cool air-conditioned air leaking from the department and electronics stores drew me in. Maybe I'll go in one, but no money. As I was thinking that over, I looked at the station building before me. It hasn't changed. A month ago now, by total chance, wanting to become a magical girl, I inadvertently succeeded in summoning and called up the demon sword Osiris. And then the pact before I really knew what was going on. It was in this very plaza in front of the station the next day where I first met Noel-chan. Sensing the eldritch horror of the demon sword, the demon lord came to the human world. My first impression was cute, but that didn't last long. Seeking the demon sword, Noel-chan attacked me. We partially destroyed the station building, the riot police showed up. It was a total disaster. It seemed that Osiris had incredible power, and from that day on, an intense struggle over the demon sword began. The demon lord's assassins came to challenge me pretty much every day, and before I knew it, my friends were fighting along with me. And then, a final battle that really lit up the sky. Demon lord and demon sword going head to head. It was a deadly struggle, like I'd gotten a glimpse into part of a myth. But now, nothing's changed. The station building has been repaired, and people pass by just like always. Noel-chan seemed intrigued at my strength and settled down in the human world. The demon sword, my friends, and me too, were enjoying a tranquil summer vacation. It's all like a dream, even though there was all those life or death situations then. With no one knowing about that incident and me unable to tell anyone, will it all just go away? leaving just you and Noah-chan behind, Osiris?
I am a relic of a foolish and therefore ruined ancient people. Born of spells and the flesh and blood of sacrifices, feared as the Black Demon Sword, I have walked numerous legends of tribulation and ruin. But it is not right. A history of destruction is not as it should be. Otherwise, there is no meaning to my receiving of life, no meaning to being made. Tranquil times go by without being passed down in his story. The opposite goes to what are passed down are failed examples, so to speak. Don't you think so?
Yeah, I get it. It's an important thing to protect the peace, but the ones who are being protected never notice a thing. It's nothing like the magical girls I used to aspire after, but I guess that's fine.
Good, you've grown up quite a bit in a short time. But it seems your body is lacking in proper discipline. First, improve your...
Hey, isn't that Subaru-chan over there?
Okay, this text advancing on its own there was entirely deliberate. The game does that on purpose to indicate that Korona is interrupting him. If you check the text log, you can see the full... what he says anyway, before getting cut off.
I'm on a roll here, so keep listening until I'm finished. Oh, it's that girl.
Hey, Subaru-chan! Hiya! A group wore the girls' uniform, the school I go to. I picked out a familiar face from that group. I waved my hand and called her name, and a lively girl broke away from the group and ran up to me.
Subaru Yoshiumi. She's a year younger and a grade behind Korona, but in a lot of ways she's more mature, a lot more responsible. Consider being less playful. Quite honestly, she needs to learn how to lighten up and have fun sometimes. Also, with the appearance of Subaru, this is where I really started to notice the art style has somewhat changed since the previous game. Yes, because in the previous game, and I'll put some stuff up for comparison if I remember, Subaru had, like, bright neon electric purple hair, whereas now it's more of a subdued, still colorful but more realistic feeling kind of blue. Korona similarly had a very bright neon pink, whereas now it's more of a believable pink, basically. I think that's part of a deliberate decision to go kind of away from a more cartoonish art style into something not exactly realistic, but less exaggerated. Anyway, let's see if I can figure out what to do for Subaru's voice. I want her to come across as fairly stern and serious, because she kind of is, so... Senpai, please don't call me in such a loud voice. It's embarrassing.
I see you're mad all the time, same as always.
And just whose fault is that? Honestly, if I end up needing stomach medication, I'll demand appropriate compensation.
Subaru-chan protests, tossing her long sky blue hair. Seems like she's in kind of a bad mood, but this is how she always is, so lately I don't pay it any mind. I wonder why. She's such a well-mannered girl with other people, and yet it's always this attitude in front of me. What's up today?
The pool was open today, so I went to the school.
Hey, that's great. I wanted to get the pool too.
You're a second year, Senpai. Today is the first year's day. A senpai, in case you're not familiar with it, that's a very common Japanese term for someone who is more experienced, usually but not always older, in, say, school or a club or as a coworker or whatever. It's basically someone who's been in that position longer and has seniority, or just more life experience in general. It's a pretty common term, as I mentioned, and I chose not to translate it when I was doing that in the game. Partly because it is so common, partly because it's kind of hard to come up with a good, brief English equivalent. I probably could have just had Subaru using her name instead, and that would have been fine in English, but that's not what I decided. In any case.
When was the pool open for second years? I guess I'll check later. While I was thinking, I noticed that the girls Subaru-chan had been talking with are waiting for her. Huh. Friends?
People in the same class as mine.
And now you're all going to go hang out together?
No, we're merely associating with each other for lunch.
So does that mean you aren't friends?
Yes, we're just classmates. I'm accompanying some classmates to lunch. That's all there is to it. It has nothing to do with you, Sakura-senpai.
Subaru-chan avoided her gaze as she declared it. She's the same as ever. She can't handle showing her feelings in times like these, so she runs away. She denies. Alright, she's so stubborn. There. I poked Subaru-chan's cheek with a finger. Then I lick the finger?
What are you doing?
This flavor. It tastes like you're lying. Salty.
Please take a hint from other people's behavior and don't push your luck.
If I don't do at least this, it lacks impact, doesn't it?
What impact?
Hey, those girls are waiting. You better go.
Right. Goodbye then.
Subaru-chan left without a glance back and melted into her classmates. Was I a bit too forceful? Maybe I'm picking up on Noah-chan's bad habits. She vanishes into the crowd and tumult in front of the station. Best of luck, Subaru-chan.